Okay, so this is a special message to all of our renters out there, and there are a lot of renters out there. And I know everyone always says this concept of you're paying 100%, blah, 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 whatever. Like, I'm gonna put this in layman's terms for you. If you are spending $2,000 on rent, do you know that you can get about a $250,000 house? If you're paying $2,500, you can get a house for about $315,000. I get you have roommates, I get you have all that, but wouldn't you love to have that house in your name? And you could still have roommates to help offset some of the cost of that, but that's your equity that you're building. And I understand that a lot of you don't understand what equity is, and I've got my pal here, Josh Holly from Moving Mortgage, and he's gonna give you a little bit more explanation about equity. So hold on, it's gonna get a little financy, but it's okay, it makes sense, I promise.
So Equity 101. Home values increase over time. Over the past 100 years, there's only been a handful of years that home values didn't increase. They increase at about an average of 5% a year. So the equity is what your house is worth, and then the difference between the amount that you owe. So if your house is worth $350,000, you owe $300, you have $50,000 in equity in your home. So you have the difference of renting versus buying. You're either creating wealth through equity, or if you rent, you're enabling your landlord to build that wealth while you're paying his mortgage payment for him. So on average, rent goes up about 5% a year. And then equity also rises at an average of about 5% a year. So if you're in a home, would you rather pay higher rent, or would you rather pay around the same amount of rent and build 5% equity each and every year while you're in there?
So equity is a great thing to have. It's basically savings. It's money that you can use to purchase another house in the future. You might not be in the perfect first house for you now, but that equity that you're building can help you build or get an even better house later. One thing I will caution you on, there are third-party sites out there like Zillow or Redfin, is that one of them?
Redfin.
Yeah, so they tell you what an estimated payment's going to be. I would not look at those. A lot of times they say like $1,500, and people come to us and they're like, this is what I want my payments to be. That's not going to happen. If I'm being realistic with you, something to think about is it thinks that you're giving 20% down. It's not considering the proper property taxes and insurance that you need for that specific house. So I definitely wouldn't go with that. It's highly recommended that you talk to a lender like my buddy Josh Holly from Moving Mortgage over here, or talk to an agent just to help you kind of figure out next steps to get you on your way.